Asatru is the modern name for the old Scandinavian and North European belief. They believe in the old gods of ancient Europe, Odin, Thor, who is the god of thunder, Freyr, who is the god of fertility, and Freya, of course, his sister, who is the goddess of fertility, also the goddess of war. But this is the surface. The philosophical basis for this religion is mostly, like in all religion, how human beings are connected with nature and the gods.
Asatru is, to some extent, a new faith. It's new on the scene in the sense that it's a religious sect which has similar rights and duties to those of, say, the Jehovah's Witness or Lutheran and Catholics, etc. But it's drawing upon medieval mythologies.
It's a polytheistic religion, certainly, and it's a Scandinavian religion. But we have to always remember that the version that we have in the books certainly has been written down 200 years after Christianity has been formally accepted, and of course there would have been a long transition period between these. I think it's very dangerous to talk about one set religion. It was the point about it was that everybody had their own beliefs and their own gods. Women would have worshipped Freya more, Frigg. Men, depending on whether, if they were farmers, Thor would have been the main god. The other point about the Old Norse religion is that they don't seem to have forced it on people in the same way as you see with Christianity. They're ready to accept other gods, other sorts of ideas alongside. Right from the start, even as scholars, when we're trying to rebuild a picture of the Old Norse religion, then a lot of it is interpretation, based on what we've got. It's a bit like a jigsaw puzzle. Even with the modern religion in Iceland now, it's still a matter of reinterpretation.
We don't have any holy books that can be thought of in the same term as the Talmud, the New Testament, or the Quran. So there are no commandments in Asatru. There are in reality no sins except the ones that you create yourself. Everyone in Asatru has to decide for himself exactly what he believes, especially what he believes to be right and wrong. Our most important values would be the ancient values like honesty, correct behavior towards other people, correct behavior in dealing with nature, and the behavior of people within society is absolutely the same as within the religion. You have to be consistent in your beliefs, so you don't believe one thing during the week and then switch over and believe something entirely different on Sunday. Landwights, as they would probably be called in English, or the spirits of the land. This is a very similar idea as the North American Indians have, that there is a soul or a spirit in everything in nature. So there is nothing dead in nature. And the spirits of nature are a very central part of our beliefs.
Icelanders have always been closely attached to things that might be regarded New Age. Partly because of their surroundings. Not too far below us, there's running lava somewhere, very hot water coming out of the ground. You'll regularly be hit by earthquakes that you can't see. So in a sense, there are forces out there that Icelanders are aware of, and they still have belief, if we can call it belief. It's a little more complicated. Everything about the Icelanders is slightly complicated. The belief in nature spirits in the sense that they won't deny that they exist. One shouldn't sort of think of them as being sort of kooky, but no, this is just their attitude to the world, which goes back a long way.
When we come to modern society and all the new things that we have in modern society, we have in reality no problems with that, because Asatru is a living and constantly changing religion. Since we don't have a book that was written down 2,000 or 5,000 years ago, the religion must evolve along with all other things.
Asatru has nothing against technology, nothing at all, but we have to take into account, you also have to, I would say, respect the nature and the forces you're dealing with.
We actually look at scientific discovery as being just as much of a religious discovery. It brings us closer, gives us a better understanding of the world that we live in, so it has to be good.
The religion in Asatru is always getting bigger and bigger, and it will be in a couple of years. I'm not saying 2030. So many people will think what we are doing now, they should have done that long time ago. Being in the Asatru makes you feel good. You look at nature, you want to be where quiet is, and you want to look at the weather and not, running off the buses, going into big malls, running after everything.
It's difficult to say why this is taking place now and here. Generally, some people speak of a postmodern times or late modernity or whatever. But the implication is that generally people in the West have declining faith in big systems of any kind. There is criticism of state churches, there is criticism of medical establishments, and so people look for other avenue, and so some kind of decentralization of religion makes sense in this context.
People are always going to need to have some form of godlike figure, whatever name it has, whatever shape it has. We appreciate our rituals. However technological we've become, we're still deeply superstitious in one way or another. People will regularly go outside when official explanations don't work anymore. And of course, a belief doesn't need explanations. It's an answer. In a world that's becoming ever more complex and more difficult to deal with, these forms of religion will always be there.